And on this Monday, February 17th, 2025 edition of Newsmakers, Pope Francis is needing to continue his stay at a Rome hospital. Lawrence Brooks reports.
The Vatican says Pope Francis will require further hospitalization after his respiratory tract infection presented a complex clinical picture. This will raise concerns about the 88-year-old's increasingly frail health. The Pope was admitted to hospital in Rome after a week-long bout of bronchitis worsened. A Vatican spokesman has said the results of tests conducted in recent days has indicated that the Pope is suffering from a polymicrobial respiratory tract infection, which has required changes in his drug therapy. Scientists say these are caused by a mix of viruses, bacteria, fungi and parasites. No time frame has been given for his hospitalization, but the Vatican has said the complexity of his symptoms will require an appropriate hospital stay. I'm Lawrence Brooks.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has signaled that he's moving ahead with President Trump's proposal to transfer the Palestinian population out of Gaza. Netanyahu called it the, quote, only viable plan to enable a different future for the region. He discussed the plan on Sunday with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The American diplomat was kicking off a visit to the Middle East. Rubio endorsed Israel's war aims in Gaza and said that Hamas must be eradicated. That created further doubt around the shaky ceasefire as talks at its second phase are yet to begin. Rubio, who is in Saudi Arabia today in a tour of the region, has said the United States was up to hearing alternative proposals, saying on the U.S. radio program Clay and Buck Show on Thursday, if the Arab countries have a better plan, then that's great. One plan is coming out of Egypt, which is developing a plan to rebuild Gaza without forcing Palestinians out of the Strip. Egypt's state-run Al Ahram newspaper said the proposal calls for establishing secure areas within Gaza where Palestinians can live initially, while Egyptian and international construction firms remove and rehabilitate the Strip's infrastructure. Egyptian officials have been discussing the plan with European diplomats in Arab countries, as well as ways to fund it. The U.S. Army is banning people identifying as transgender from enlisting. The military branch announced the decision over social media on Friday. The Army will also stop providing so-called gender-affirming care for service members. This comes after President Trump signed an executive order directing the Pentagon to write new policies for transgender service members within 30 days. Activists on both sides of the issue are reacting to a new bill introduced in the Georgia State House this week that, if enacted, would require Georgia public schools to display the Ten Commandments. Backers of House Bill 313 say such displays would enhance students' social growth and promote good values. Critics argue that any such display is a clear violation of the separation of church and state. And that's Newsmakers for this Monday, February 17th, 2025 edition. I'm Keith Black.